Eala Janice Tjen bow in Abu Dhabi Open doubles. Eala and Janice Tjen bowed out of the Abu Dhabi Open women's doubles tournament after a 6-4, 6-2 semi-final loss to the tandem of Tereza Mihalikova and Olivia Nichols on Friday night. Eala and Tjen finished with more aces, 2-0, but struggled to capitalize on key opportunities as Mihalikova and Nichols controlled the crucial points of the match. The turning point came in breakpoint conversions, with the European pair converting 3 of 5 chances while Eala and Tjen failed to score on all 5 of their breakpoint opportunities. That efficiency allowed Mihalikova and Nichols to seize momentum midway through the opening set and maintain it the rest of the way. Mihalikova and Nichols also held the edge in service consistency, landing 74% of their first serves compared to 67% for Eala and Tjen. They were more effective behind those deliveries, winning 73% of first serve points against 56% for their opponents. The winners also dominated second serve exchanges, taking 78% of those points versus 69% for the Filipino-Indonesian duo. Overall, Mihalikova and Nichols outscored Eala and Tjen 57-48 in total points, including a 21-18 advantage in receiving points. They also led in service points won, 36-30, and service games claimed, 9-6. A 5-game winning run by Mihalikova and Nichols further widened the gap, and they eventually closed the match in straight sets, finishing with a 12-6 edge in total games won. Despite the defeat, Eala and Tjen capped another deep run in an international tournament, underscoring their growing presence as a doubles partnership on the pro circuit. Sisters. A story of grit, growth and glory in Abu Dhabi. The blistering sun of the Middle Eastern winter hung low over the immaculate courts of the Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open, casting long shadows across the pristine surface at the Zayed Sports City International Tennis Center. Amid the elite swirl of WTA sensations and season champions stood 2 young women whose presence was more than just a result of rankings and wildcards. They stood as symbols of hope, grit, regional pride, and audacious ambition. 20-year-old Filipina Alexandra Eala and her 23-year-old Indonesian counterpart Janice Tjen, both blazing stars from Southeast Asia, weren't just competitors in the women's doubles draw. They were storytellers, crafting a narrative of partnership forged across borders, culture, and tennis rivalries past. Once rivals, now teammates, their journey in Abu Dhabi was more than a sporting experiment. It was a testament to what can happen when 2 fierce competitors set aside personal rivalry for collective aspiration. In their first head-to-head years earlier, Tjen had bested Eala at the WTA 250 Sao Paulo Open, a match that could have sown resentment. Instead, it became a foundation, a shared respect and recognition of strength that would bloom into collaboration on the world stage. The beginnings of a dream. From the outset of the Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open, the tandem of Eala and Tjen, affectionately dubbed the Sisters by fans and media alike, demonstrated resilience that belied their relative youth and maiden partnership. Their debut doubles match was nothing short of a baptism of fire, an early face-off against Leylah Fernandez of Canada and Kristina Mladenovic of France, both renowned for their experience and gritty doubles prowess. The scoreline, 7-5, 3-6, 10-6, reflected the whirlwind drama of the contest. Points swung like pendulums, momentum rose and fell, yet Eala and Tjen found a way to seize the pivotal moments. In the match tiebreak, when nerves tighten and breath shortens, they showed composure beyond their years, converting key opportunities and cementing a victory that resonated far beyond the lines of the court. For Eala, it was another chapter in a season of evolution, rising to a career-high ranking and proving, once again, that she was not to be underestimated on any court she stepped on. Combined with singles competition, where she battled relentlessly through the draw, her performance in doubles underlined a growing maturity in her all-around game. For Tjen, a player equally committed to carving her own legacy on tour, the pairing represented a chance to add new dimensions to her skill set, to blend strategy, net play, and coordination with a partner who brought complementary strengths, ferocity, and intelligence. Together, they embodied the spirit of collaboration between athletes often pitted against one another by rankings and draws. Quarter-final command. A statement of intent. Advancing from the opening round, Eala and Tjen faced Christina Buxa and Shuai Zhang, a seasoned and dynamic duo many expected to reach at least the semifinals. But the sisters had dreams too large to shrink at another challenge. 6-3, 6-3 was the score, a straight sets victory marked by aggressive net play, synchronized movement, and fearless shot-making. On that sunlit ADCB Court 1, they weren't just winning points, they were writing a statement. It was not only about winning matches, it was about how they won them, with poise, with spirit, and with a force that seemed to tell the tennis world, we belong here. Fan chants, regional pride, and social media buzz quickly elevated Eala and Tjen from dark horse entrants to serious semi-final contenders. In a tournament dominated by seasoned veterans and headline names, this pairing of Southeast Asian stars emerged as one of the most compelling stories, a narrative woven from passion and belief. Semi-final showdown, dreams versus reality. Reaching the semi-finals of a WTA 500 event is no small feat, especially for a new partnership still finding its rhythm. Waiting for them were Tereza Mihalikova of Slovakia and Olivia Nichols of Great Britain, a formidable duo with a potent blend of experience, tactical savvy, and composed serve and volley play. The match began with competitive intensity. Eala and Tjen traded games with their opponents, displaying defensive grit and flashes of brilliance that drew admiration from fans and commentators alike. At 4-4 in the first set, it felt as though history might yet bend in their favor. But the momentum shifted. Mihalikova and Nichols managed to capture the closing games of the opening set, seizing the pivotal points and breaking serve under pressure. The second set followed a similar script. Early promise, a fight to stay alive, but ultimately, the seasoned pairing tightened their game and dictated the tempo. 4-6, 2-6 was the final line, a score that doesn't fully reflect the heart and passion behind every point played by the sisters. In an encounter lasting just over an hour, Eala and Tjen fell short of the final they had dreamed of. But in losing, they gained something far more enduring, the respect of peers, the attention of global audiences, and a legacy of regional inspiration that will extend far beyond a single match. What it means, beyond the scoreline. Tennis, like all elite sports, is often distilled into statistics, rankings, and results. But the true beauty of Eala and Tjen's Abu Dhabi journey lies not in the numbers alone, it lies in the story between the lines. Their path was more than a series of matches. It was a narrative that captured the imagination of fans from Manila to Jakarta and across the broader tennis community. They showed that partnerships can be forged not just from familiarity, but from mutual respect and shared ambition. That the spirit,